Gurmeher Kaur made a video that got her into a lot of trouble, and it's put her at the center of what's the biggest political debate in India right now: who belongs? The video's message is a call for peace between India and Pakistan, regardless of whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim. The undergraduate's message went viral. Besides being a plea for peace, Gurmeher says her video was also a show of support for student leaders fighting for the rights of minorities in Hindu-majority India. They were recently prevented from speaking at a college because of violent demonstrations by the ABVP, that's the student wing of the ruling Hindu nationalist BJP.
It is about violence, it is about the freedom of expression. University is supposed to be a place wherein all of us can voice our opinions, we can debate and we can discuss. If you dissent something, we can express that.
Other student groups like the ISA rallied to condemn the violence. But dissent can be tricky and dangerous under the BJP and the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Many Indians are worried. They think the Prime Minister's rhetoric, often directed against minorities, and his connections with hardline Hindu groups run contrary to their country's secular values. They also remember his past. In 2002, Narendra Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. That's when 2,000 men, women and children, almost all of them Muslims, were murdered by Hindu gangs during riots. The Prime Minister has always denied any direct involvement, but he's also refused to apologize for that massacre. Critics say Modi's party is now trying to mainstream such anti-minority sentiments. But the BJP says that it's being demonized by its opponents for its success at the ballot box. And yet student protests have increased against the government over worries that religious intolerance is growing. And the latest target is Gurmeher Kaur. A campaign to discredit and ridicule her started soon after she posted her video. She was initially trolled online by celebrities opposed to her call for reconciliation. Then it escalated. She's now shut down all her social media accounts and has been provided police protection. But others have continued their campaign for tolerance. They say they'll stop only when the siege on India's multicultural heritage ends. Shoaib Hassan, the Newsmakers.
Well, joining me now from Delhi is Abhijit Dwivedi. He's the Vice President of the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad organization, the ABVP. That's the nationalist group associated with the ruling BJP party. Thanks so much for joining us, sir. Reading the news, it seems as if Indian students don't have the right to say unpopular things on campus anymore because of your group. Tell me why.
No, that's not the case. In fact, I would rather say that this is a particular kind of manufactured debate which is happening, manufactured protest happening in India. This is a very small group of students who exist in JNU, which is a Kremlin on Yamuna, or it exists in Jadavpur University, which is in Bengal, which has been the hub of the communist regime for a very long period of time in India. The point is that like ABVP as an organization has some 5,000 wings across India, and we are an extremely popular organization. 90% and student unions are won by us, and we say that even if suppose a student is a citizen of the Republic of Learning, he has certain responsibilities towards the civic nation of India, and in case if this small group, very small group, very minuscule number of students who are doing such things, that the kind of slogans which they are raising are anti-human. I would not just restrict to anti-nation. It is anti-human. It is anti-humanity.
But it sounds as if, sorry to interrupt you, sir, because we don't have a whole lot of time. Sorry to interrupt you. Allow me to come in here. It sounds as if you want one viewpoint on campus. Isn't this what campuses are supposed to be about? They're supposed to be about multiple viewpoints, whether that person is a communist, whether they're for Kashmiri independence, no matter who they like. A campus is a place where you listen to people who say things you don't like and you engage with them. You don't shut them down by calling them anti-national or those guilty of sedition.
See, I'm just pointing to a book which is called as Academic Freedom and Academic Anarchy. It was written in 1969 by Sidney Hook, a professor in Washington. The point which I want to bring in through this book is that academic freedom, even academic freedom is an idea which doesn't allow such kind of things. You must have heard about the Bologna Declaration, which is called as a Magna Carta of the university rights. And in there also such kind of people, if you say that we will use weapon, if we are going to kill people to come into power or to assert such kind of use is wrong. Then there is a problem of hate speech. Your country yourself suffers from the cases wherein impressionable minds, young impressionable minds have worked as lone wolf for ISIS. So in that case, the exercise of free speech has to be rational. We don't say that communists can't exist in this campus. We don't say that there cannot be a debate about right to self-determination.
Who made you the arbiter of what is hate speech and what is not?
We are not deciding. No, we are not deciding. We just say that let's go by the law. The law of the land. The law of the land of India is Constitution of India, and it under Article 9, if there is a particular chapter which deals with the fundamental rights, which is otherwise called as human rights. If you just go to International Convention of Civil and Political Rights, even there the fundamental freedom for free speech is restricted. If you go to European Convention on Human Rights, there is also such thing.
Okay, Abhijit, but it's not against the Constitution of India to be a communist. There's a communist party in India. Where does it say that it's against the Constitution to be a communist? In your first answer, you said there are communists on campus and we shouldn't be giving them a voice.
No, I don't say that communists can't exist in campuses. I have a simple point that communists can exist in campus. Anybody can exist in campus. But the point is, he can't say, he can't suggest, he can't advocate balkanization of India. You have to go by the law of the India. Even if you have a larger picture, if you go philosophical discussion, if you see the comparative picture existing in United States of America, in your own country, or in UK, or in United European countries, you will find that freedom of speech is not an absolute right. There are restrictions attached to it.
I know, and we just want that you can't shout fire in a crowded theatre.
And in case if it doesn't follow the law, he should be...
Let's talk about India. Gurmehar Kaur, the activist, what do you think about her?
On Gurmehar Kaur, I would like to tell you that the trolling which has happened against Gurmehar Kaur is extremely wrong, is extremely unfortunate, and you would be surprised to know that it was only ABVP as an organization which has filed complaint and said that the people who are doing trolling of Gurmehar Kaur should be arrested and put behind the bars. There is another side, however, which must be pointed out, that she is a political activist who has a particular leaning against RSS, and we can't say simply that she is just she is not someone who can have some purpose. Every conduct has to be seen in the context.
Does she have a right to her free speech?
Of her association with other parties is... Yeah, definitely she has a right to free speech. Definitely she has a right to free speech. And I am also having that free speech to say that she is wrong. But I don't have a right to abuse her, and I'm not abusing her. It is the online troll which has happened is wrong. And we as an organization has filed complaint that such trolling must be punished. The persons who have done such trolling to her must be punished. There is a lot of confusion as if we are the people who are trolling her. We are not trolling her.
Okay. Final question for you. Kanhaiya Kumar, should he be in jail or should he be free?
Just one addition. Kanhaiya Kumar, he should be tried as per the law of the land. And in case if the law of the land says that he has to be punished, he should be punished. And if the law of the land doesn't find him to be guilty, he would come out as a free citizen. We are not kangaroo courts. Nobody is a kangaroo court. Let the law of the land prevail. Sir? And in this context, we say, and in this context, ABVP, who are we to prefer? We were present on the site and we have seen him raising slogans. And we believe, as per the law of the land, a criminal law in India, Indian Penal Code, if you go by the Constitution of India, the provisions in Constitution of India, the fundamental duties which are inscribed therein, if somebody says that Bharat ki barbadi hogi, that is balkanization of India, we are not going to sit as a silent person. We also have a right to dissent, and we are dissenting in the campuses which have been controlled by the left bourgeois through a nexus between the communists and the Congress.
But why don't you beat them with your arguments instead of trying to shut them up because they want independence for Kashmir or they want the breaking up of India? Why don't you have better arguments than them instead of saying, hey, they can't talk?
We are beating them. No, we are protesting peacefully against it. Even in case of Feb 9 last year in JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, the recent incident in Delhi University, we have filed complaint with the police, and the police has said that the organization which is going ahead with that program is wrong. And here as a speaker, I would suggest you could ask me any question. We are writing, we are popular, we are extremely popular among students, and as a ideological force, we have been very powerful. But we will protest against them, and if somebody suggests that there will be balkanization of India, it is non-negotiable. We will protest. If we will not have legitimacy in the eyes of the people, our protest will have no effect.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us.